Hello and welcome to another edition of Florida Retail Federation's Legislative Updates. My name is James Miller, Communications Director for FRF, and with me as always is Samantha Paget, General Counsel. Well, Samantha, here we are, week 5, but before we get to the issues in week 5, why don't we recap what happened in week 4? Starting with the House unveiled their sales tax package. Can you talk about the different holidays and things that are included in that for our members?
Well, the House package includes a 4th of July sales tax holiday, a small business sales tax holiday, and the one that we are most concerned with, of course, is the back to school sales tax holiday. It contains the provisions we like, the weekend we like, and we are looking forward to continue to work with the House to make sure that that stays in there and stays as part of the package. Another provision of it that's really important to us is that sales tax on commercial leases. Right now, the House and the Senate are in different positions. The Senate package contains a full 1% reduction. That's the number we like. We want a significant reduction in that number. The House has it in the package. Right now, it's just a 0.2% reduction. We're, first of all, thankful that it's in the package. That's where we want to be right now. But we're working to increase that number, to make it larger, so that it is a more significant difference and a significant savings for our members.
Great. And another thing that we're going to recap real quick is the alcohol bill. And can we talk about what happened this past week and then what we can expect for this week that we're in?
The Senate adopted a provision that would allow an establishment that sells liquor to have a door that connects it with a larger retail establishment. That was a provision adopted in the Senate, and this week it was heard in the House, and the House chose to adopt the same provision. So the larger alcohol issue will continue. These bills contain a lot of issues that affect the alcohol industry, including craft breweries, growlers. All these things are moving forward, but the packages, they're still different, but on the door provision, they are now the same. So I also want to talk about the powdered alcohol provision. We are seeing more movement in outlawing the powdered alcohol. We're looking at language that would make the difference between whether or not it's legal to transport it or illegal just to possess it. So those are 2 different versions, 2 different aspects that we're following and that we will be working with in regards to powdered alcohol. In regards to, I touched a little bit on growlers, but let me give a little more detail there. We're still looking at the 64-ounce growler issue, and it looks like that will move forward in the House and the Senate. And I know that's something that both houses have been dealing with a lot over the past few years. It'd be nice to reach a resolution on that issue.
Great. All right, now let's talk and give everybody a preview for this week. Let's start with the vaccine bill in the Senate.
We're receiving a lot of support, as we shared with you previously, on the vaccine bills. Again, this will allow pharmacists to administer all the CDC vaccines, and it will also allow them to administer the travel vaccines. This is something that would be unique to the state of Florida. We're really excited about these provisions. It will increase access to these vaccinations and will allow more Florida citizens to get them in a timely manner.
All right, now Juvenile Justice, what's the latest with that bill and is it moving?
We have seen a hearing that's scheduled in the House for this week, and that what we're hearing is that the House sponsor, Representative Clark Reed, will adopt the Senate position, that's Senator Garcia's bill, in the Senate. We still have concerns with this bill. Right now, it does not limit the number of civil citations that a juvenile can receive. We are attempting to limit that to 3 or less. In a perfect world, it would be 2 or less, but we want to be reasonable. There are good provisions of this bill, and we want to cooperate with Senator Garcia and with Representative Clark Reed. Overall, it is aimed at making sure that juveniles who make basically dumb mistakes when they're kids, that doesn't limit their opportunities when they become adults. And we support that wholeheartedly, but we want to make sure that those who continue to encounter the law enforcement system, that they don't get 1,000 bites at the first offender apple. We want to make sure that there is a cap on it, and that these programs are reserved for those who deserve the opportunity to learn their lesson and grow and move on to successful lives. Another interesting bill related to juvenile justice is a bill by Representative Dane Eagle and Senator Nancy Dieter that would allow, if there is restitution that needs to be paid on a juvenile crime, that the victim can get that restitution from the juvenile's parents. Because when you're talking about organized retail crime and theft from a store, it is often very difficult to get restitution from the juvenile. So this is a provision that we would support. There are limitations to those provisions, but overall we think this is a movement in the positive direction that will allow not just organized retail crime victims, but any victim to get the restitution that they deserve.
Finally, Samantha, let's end this legislative update on a feel-good bill.
Let's talk about Senator Dieter's bill that deals with the Florida Unique Abilities Partners. Thank you, Senator Dieter, for this wonderful bill. It recognizes businesses that are proud to encourage the independence of Florida's citizens with disabilities. We are really excited to support this bill. It gives, for those businesses, and retail really does well in the disabled community of providing opportunity. It gives those businesses a special logo and recognition that they deserve for creating those opportunities. And it also recognizes businesses that contribute financially to organizations that encourage and sustain independent opportunities for citizens with disabilities. A companion bill has been filed in the House. Both bills are moving. Actually, just last week, it passed its last committee of reference in the Senate. So we're excited to get that House bill moving as well. So these are the kind of bills that we love to support and really highlight some of the great things going on in Florida's business community.
That's great. Well, that's something we can all get behind. I want to thank you for joining us for Week 5 Legislative Update, and we'll see you in Week 6. And for more information about Florida Retail Federation and all the great things we're doing and advocating for on your behalf, you can check us out online at frf.org, on Twitter at Florida Retail, and same thing with Facebook.com/Florida Retail. And once again, for Samantha Padgett, I'm James Miller. Thank you very much and have a great week.
Happy retailing.